One word.
This that back on the map, back on the right, back on the left, back on the back. Back with shit, I'm a beast in my habitat. This that back on the map, back on the right, back on the left, back on the back. Back with shit, I'm a beast in my habitat. Whoa. I'm a beast in my habitat. Whoa. I'm a beast in my habitat. I'm a beast in my habitat. Shit, I'm a beast in my habitat. I'm a beast in my habitat. Shit, I'm a beast in my habitat. I'm a beast in my habitat.
Better than I dream. Bloody NBA. Scoring NFL. Wow. Foreign like a raid. Biggie so happy. Wow. Big it out my way. I might put you on my payroll. Put you on my page. I might take your bitch shopping with your money. Then go hit it. Hit her at your crib. Then come make you get it. Then I hit your sister. Answer me like Simpsons. Listen up, those switchers got her naked and they lick her. Wow. I'm proud she know that I do it. I know I'm the realest. I know I'm the realest.
Welcome everyone to another week of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. I am the GM of the Dragons, Evan Creel, your commissioner. How you guys doing this week? I'm going to go ahead and get this show kicked off and get the next co-host on, which is the co-commissioner himself, Hammerhead's GM, Mr. John Creel. How you doing tonight?
What's up?
And before we get it going, we got one more guest host. Y'all know who it is, Miss Pam K. Creel, the Angels GM. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Good. Another day, another dollar. Just getting home
Right.
now. Relax. Watch this game.
Yeah,
Got it going on in the background. Well,
I ain't got the TV on yet.
Had to grab an old piece of paper from work and do everything at work today. No scroller once again.
Yeah,
Just old printer paper with
we're
this
doing old
week's
school
studs.
again.
Old school, right here.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Man, what a
Well,
week.
I'm soaking this week, so
I bet.
I'm busy singing the old "I got my ass beat."
That's Tango in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm singing
Blues
the
and
blues,
music. Blues
singing the
music.
blues right now. Got my ass.
Oh my gosh.
Handed
Big.
to me.
big games this week. Of course, you hear Mr. Hammerheads himself talking about his loss to the Angels. Other big losses this week coming through here. We'll go ahead and kick these games off and get into the stats if y'all are good.
Go ahead.
We'll go one by one. You ready?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, the game of the week, which was battle of two 1-0 teams. That's why they were dubbed the game of the week. You
Yeah.
can't really call games game of the week, in the first couple weeks because we're all just starting out. You know what I mean? But here we go. Game of the week. Number 1, Thad Castle's
Game of
team
the week.
versus number 6, Sin Eaters. And David and the Thad Castle's team was able to defeat Ben and the Sin Eaters this week, 233.72 to 214.36. This was a 19.36 point win margin for Thad Castle's team over Ben, putting him at 2-0. But he is no longer first place. He has now fell to second place. And Ben has fallen from 6th place to 8th place.
Yep.
Leading scorers for Ben in this game was Aaron Jones on the offensive side with 32 points. Aaron Rodgers put up 20.36, and Tyler Lockett put up 19.70. On the defensive side, they were led by Darius Slay, who made Kirk Cousins' bitch, put up 19.90. Jalen Ramsey put up 12.50, and Khalil Mack put up 9 points. So Khalil Mack has now been in the top scorers for 2 weeks in a row. This time didn't break the 10-point mark, but he's still in the top 3 scorers on the defensive side for Ben. On the on the winning side for the offense, Lamar Jackson put up 48.62 points. Rashad Bateman put up 20.80, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire put up 15.80. On the defensive side was led by the Bills defense, who put up 23 points. Mika Fitzpatrick put up 12.30 points, and CJ Mosley put up 11.50 points. The player of the game was Lamar Jackson, who nearly doubled his projection of 25.20. Nearly. I wouldn't even say nearly. But it was close. 50.40 points would have been doubling. So 48.62, he nearly got it.
Yeah.
Right. Big game for David, getting his second win. Staying up there in that top 4 right now, I think it is, for the 4 undefeated teams left.
Yeah, sad.
I believe there's 4 undefeated, 4 1-1, and 4 0-2.
He's definitely
kind of crazy. It fell out that
strong team this year.
Yeah, definitely got a strong team, offense and defensive side.
Yeah,
like both ways. And Ben, I think it was just an off week for some of his players because he put up big points last week, didn't he?
Some of us.
No, not really. 208. So I mean, I guess he's having a rough start period. He just got
to the club, Ben.
He just got a lucky win last week against Crimson.
Welcome to the club.
He's off to a rough start.
And so I don't know if anybody had noticed or realized the significance of Ben actually being on Messenger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ben,
so
welcome.
Ben is
welcome.
The last club to be able to join in on what we're doing.
Yep. Got him on the Facebook page as well. So.
Oh wow! All right.
He's on all of it now.
That's
he's
fantastic.
in there. He's everywhere now.
Just broadening his horizons.
Or as he said, growing as a person.
There you go. Finding his chi.
All right, we'll get into the second game, which was the number 2 Dragons facing the number 8 Hendrix Mafia.
And
Dragons were...
If I'm not mistaken, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, the game ended up like 5,000 to 200. Yeah, I think everybody on your team scored about 75 points apiece.
I wish it went that way. It was 200. It was 284.56 to 243.68. I don't think anybody else realizes, but Lindsay would have beat everybody else in the league this week, but me.
Yeah.
So if Lindsay would have been playing anybody else, he would have won this week.
Well, I mean,
luck of the scheduling, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why my team just went off like that. It was pretty crazy. I benched Cam, like I said, in the first week when he gave me them dubs. Them
big old zeros, yeah.
I was like, put him on the bench. Curtis Samuel goes off again after picking him up in the free agency from week one against the Jags. I was like, damn, he pretty good. All right, let's snatch him up with him 11 targets, 9 receptions. I was like, if he's seeing that high a target volume, let me see him over here on my squad. He can be one of my flex.
Well,
sure enough, he went off this week. He's my 3rd highest scorer in this week. Just big game for me. Like I said, on the losing side, Hendrix Mafia, Josh Allen led the way with 37.68 points. Mark Andrews put up 25.70, and David Montgomery put up 15.60. On the defensive side was led by Marcus Williams, who put up 22.50. Micah Parsons put up 18 points, and Packers defense put up 14 points. I believe this is the second week in a row that Mr. Micah Parsons has been in the top 3 as well. Yes, he was in the top 3 for Hendricks last week at 18.50.
He's probably the most consistent player on Dallas's team right now. Probably.
I'd say so.
They're struggling, man. You know.
On the winning side was led by none other than Amon-Ra St. Brown, who put up 39.40 points. Christian Kirk.
That's pretty good.
Christian Kirk put up 25.80 points, and Curtis Samuel put up 22.90 points. On the defensive side was led by Devin White, who has been on the top 3 scorers for me past 2 weeks with 20 points. Brian Burns put up 18 points, and Bobby Okereke.
Okereke. Come on, man. You don't remember that during the draft?
I know. 13 points. Okereke. Yeah.
Okereke.
I mean,
none other than so what was the punter's name for the Colts? He's got his own radio show on now.
Man.
Pat.
I was about to say
Pat
Anger,
McAfee.
But it's McAfee. That's it.
Pat McAfee. He was the one that actually announced that pick for Bobby Okereke.
Okereke, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also got Alukan, so I got both of them.
You gotta go get that tight from Denver. I don't think any. Ovalaka boom boom or some shit.
Akwugbagnunum. It's some weird. I know who you're talking about. The tight end guy. The tight end. I know who you're talking about.
Go ahead and pick him up.
I think Lindsay's got him on his backup.
Obarakahuku.
I know. Yeah. Player of the game was none other than Amon-Ra St. Brown, who nearly. Oh no, he did double his projection of 14.69. This was a 40.88 point win margin for Dragons for myself and the Dragons in this win margin over Hendricks Mafia, and that drops Hendricks Mafia down to 9th place, and I have jumped up to 1st place with those big points this week.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I'll take that win. I didn't think I was going to beat Lindsay going into the week, man. I was a little scared with some of my flex flipping around and stuff, and it worked out. I'll take it.
I know the more I've seen my quarterback lose his targets as far as
that was another thing, man. Burrow struggled again, and that was another thing. Burrow struggled again to get me points until like the 3rd or 4th quarter, and I was just like, "Come on, man, what's going on?" Like, but they all came through for me in the end. Obviously, well, except for Derrick Henry, who is yet to put over 10 points on the damn board for me.
Well, Tennessee's struggling. I mean, they don't have.
Well, dude, man, did you see some of the running plays they were running? I was like, "Are you kidding me? If I line this up on a field, everybody on the field, including the fans, know that it's a run play. like, what are y'all doing, dude? Like, spread this shit out and give him a one back fucking. He don't need no fullback blocker. Just spread this shit out. Put a single back shotgun or something. Come on, man. That was ridiculous.
They don't have much.
I was like, bro, when you run everybody, when you got one receiver flanked out and everybody else is on the line right there by the quarterback. Come on now.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, no.
It's a dive either left or right. And it was.
It's mystery.
Every time. Like, Jesus. And Derrick Henry needs to work on his counter as well, because there was one play where he went to do a counter and he took his whole body this way and then turned back around, and I'm like, whoa, dude. Oh, like, just step, go.
Like a Madden glitch.
Step, cut. You took off and then was like, let me turn around. I'm like, whoa, dude, that didn't even look right. I guess he had to do that to give the fullback time to get the hell up in front of him. Or the tight end or whoever the hell it was. Like, I don't know. It just looked weird to me.
A Madden glitch, I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into this third game. The Legend Killers versus the Pigskin King. The Legend Killers were number 3 going into this game, while the Pigskin King were number 9. The Pigskin King is defeated by Legend Killers 234.96 to 220.06. This was a 14.90 win margin for Legend Killers this week, and I believe this was the lowest win margin of the week. It was. On the losing side, yeah, definitely. Yeah, 15 points is still a pretty gap.
Yeah, pretty good gap.
Pigskin King was led by Stephon Diggs, who put up 44.80 points. Greg Dortch, who I believe was a free agent acquisition, put up 17.60 points. And Daniel Carlson, the kicker, put up 13.20 points. On the defensive side was led by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who put up 18 points, Jordan Hicks, who put up 11.90 points, and Antoine Winfield Jr., who put up 10.50. Legend Killers was led by none other than Tyreek Hill, who put up 43 points, Justin Herbert, who put up 29.46, and Mike Thomas, who put up 18.50. On the defensive side was led by Nick Bosa, who put up 18 points. Patriots defense put up 11 points, and Eric Kendricks put up 7.50 points. Player of the game, Tyreek Hill with 43 points.
Yeah.
I mean, well over his projection of 17.41 points.
Yeah,
So he doubled that easily.
That
with some change.
That
game was crazy.
Awesome.
Those three, yeah, we haven't got to the other two, I don't believe.
No, not yet.
No, the other two haven't, but yeah, that just between the three of them, they put up some fantasy points this week.
Yeah, trust me, I'm fantasizing like that. I had them on my team.
Who was it last week? We were talking. I think we said the same thing last week about some people. Oh, it was the defensive side for the Chargers with Derwin James, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack. This time it's the offensive side with the Dolphins. Yeah, I already went over player of the game, everything. Yep. All right, cool. Big win for Brandon again. Brandon stays at number 3. And Pigskin King drops to number 10, I believe. Yes, Pigskin King. I'm playing against him, so he drops to number 10 this week. All right, next game. Orange Crush versus the Kush Crushers. The Battle of the Crush.
Battle of the Crush.
Kush Crushers defeat the Orange Crush 240.24 to 205.20. This was a 35.04 point win margin for the Kush Crushers in this win. On the Orange Crush side was led by Jalen Waddle, who had 41.10 points, Devin Duvernay, who put up 23 points, and Patrick Mahomes, who put up 21.30 points. Defense was led by Christian Wilkins, who put up 13 points, Eddie Jackson, who put up 10.50 points, and Cole Holcomb, who put up 6.50 points. The winning side, Kush Crushers, was led by Mike Williams, who put up 25.30 points, T. Higgins, who put up 19.10 points, and Darren Waller put up 17 points. On the defensive side, that was led by none other than the Bucks defense, who put up 29 points, Charles Harris, who put up 19.50 points, and Jordan Poyer, who put up 14.50 points. Player of the game, Charles Harris, put up 19.50 points, more than tripling his projection of 6.34 points. I have to say Yahoo did a good job of selecting player of the games this week. I didn't have to change any of them.
Yeah.
There were a couple that I would have liked to give, props to, but
it's neither here nor there. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like Pigskin King in the defeat last week or this past week, getting 44.80 points from Stephon Diggs is crazy. You know what I mean? So, but same thing. Josh Allen putting up 37.68 points. Aaron Jones putting up 32 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are big games. Just losing side. Player of the game ended up on the other. Yeah, we just did player of the game right there with Charles Harris. Next game, none other than the number 5 Angels versus the number 7 Hammerheads. The 2022 Tangle in the Trailer Part 1. And the Angels were able to just manhandle the Hammerheads 229.42 to 178.20.
Yes.
This was a 51.22-point win margin for the Angels, which was the second highest win margin of the week this week. Ba-ba-da-da.
Yay.
We'll get to some reasoning behind
Oh,
this
sorry.
epic loss.
Oh, I know why. Nobody
Offensive
scored.
side on the losing side was led by Austin Eckler, who put up 18.40 points. DeAndre Swift put up 16.70 points, and Deontay Johnson put up 13.70 points. On the defensive side was led by Shaq Barrett, who put up 23 points. Von Bell put up 13 points, and Kwity Paye put up 5.50 points.
Not Quitty.
Dude, everybody under that was like
Garbage.
5, 4.5, 3, 2. Like,
And guess what? Majority of those are gone now. I revamped my defense.
I'm giving Tyrann Mathieu and Buda Baker one more week to step their shit. Buda did good week one. It's Tyrann that I'm really upset with. 2 weeks in a row, he hasn't given me 10 points. So I'm giving him one more week, though, up against Carolina. Carolina. No. Yeah, Carolina. New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Carolina.
I was like, Kansas City's not playing. And I was like, he's not in Kansas City. The winning side of this, Jalen Hurts puts up 35.02 points. Cooper Kupp puts up 32.80 points. Jacoby Myers puts up 18.50 points. That was a great late round draft pick, by the way. Will Harris led the defense with 16.50 points. The Eagles' defense put up 15 points, and Sam Hubbard put up 14.50 points. I will get to it when we get to the week.
We're not on the new week yet.
We're not to that.
We're going over the old stuff.
I don't have nobody's watching the show, man. Boo. Nobody's chatting.
Nobody's watching?
Nope.
Wow, I feel real sad.
I figured Miss Sack and Miller or somebody be watching. Nobody likes us. I mean, they might be on YouTube, but I can't tell if
they're low.
Ratings are low, but I will still do this.
I will do this because this is what I love.
All right, well, player of the game for this game was none other than Will Harris, who put up 16.50 points, more than tripling his projection of 5.13 points. Yeah. Congratulations, Will Harris.
Yay, Will Harris.
So,
Really cool.
how you feeling? How you feeling about going down 0-2 in the start, man? You've took some tough losses back to back.
I'm struggling. To
First,
right.
David took you down, and then, then you tangle in the trailer.
That was, it was kind of a situation that like Lindsay had against you.
Yeah.
I would have beat a majority of the people in the league the first week, but David's team was way too strong, and then this week nobody showed up on my team. So I was like, oh my god. Yeah. So I'm just struggling to find consistency right now, but. It is what it is. She played. She
played a hell of a game. She had a hell of a match.
And
exactly.
It took me out. So I mean.
Well, we'll get to some more good news on that later.
It's still early. It's okay.
I know. How are you feeling about being 2-0 right off the bat, out the gate?
I'm liking it. I'm just hoping it kind of stays that way.
That's me. I'm liking that I got these victories. I'm not trying to be too happy because a lot of shit can happen between now and playoff race.
Anything can happen.
A lot of shit can happen between now and week 9, or week 10, whatever week it is that the playoff race
I could bottom
really
out
starts.
from here on. I don't know.
Exactly. Don't matter how many points I put up if I'm only 2-12.
I'm playing David this week. I'm sure I'm not going to win this one.
That's the game. That's game of the week in my opinion this week.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into the last game of last week, which was the Bucks Life versus the Crimson Elephants, and Bucks Life was able to get this victory with the largest win margin of the week, 242.18 to 172.66. Let's give him a little more, give Sean a little more credit than that. Sean's going through a little stuff, so he wasn't able to get his lineup fixed before game day. because he has a couple players that were injured, like Keenan Allen, that he still didn't have in the lineup, and he also had a couple players on defense that he wasn't able to swap out from week 1 to week 2 as well. So that 172.66, I'm swatting that out. 69.52 point win margin for Bucks Life. Hooray for him, asshole. No, he's 1-1. Never mind. All right. I'm still up on him right now. If he was 2-0, I'm like, get off my tail, man. I don't need you that close to me. I don't know, man. I haven't looked at the total points for everybody, but I just know I'm leading because of that crazy week this week. Yeah. Crimson Elephants was led by Tua Tagovailoa, who put up 50.86 points. Who I don't care if he was like, I really wanted to put him player of the game.
Yeah.
50.86 was crazy. Tony Pollard put up 19.80 and Christian McCaffrey put up 16.80. 49ers defense put up 17. Pete Werner put up 8 and Mike Hilton put up 5. On the offensive side was led by Nick Chubb, who put up 32.30. Kyler Murray put up 27.88 and Amari Cooper put up. Wait a minute, what am I doing now? Okay, on the winning side of this, I'm lost, man.
Distracted.
I don't know, my brain. I was looked up for 5 seconds and went back to the page, and I think I rushed it. Right. I just went straight from his defense and rushed right into his, didn't I? Yeah, because I was watching this game up here. Quit watching the game, crew. All right. On the winning side of this, Nick Chubb led the way, 32.30 points. Kyler Murray had 27.88, and Amari Cooper put up 25.10. Josh Allen, put up 17.50. Broncos defense put up 12, and Derwin James Jr. put up 10.50. Player of the game was none other than Nick Chubb, was well over his projection of 13.73, which is why was his projection at set 13.73 to begin with is beyond me. It's Nick Chubb.
Chubby.
I don't know. It's crazy. Must have had a bad week 1 or something.
No, I think his week 1 wasn't that bad.
I have that here.
Trying to remember.
Wasn't a top player last week, so I won't know unless I grab the other phone and pull it up.
I think Hunt was the one that scored in week 1 for Cleveland.
Yes, Kareem Hunt put up 23 points last week.
Yeah, see that I knew it was one of the two of them. They apparently swapped out this week.
All right, we'll get into the big news of the week. Player of the week, Tua Tagovailoa, put up 50.86 points, well over the projection of 20.46.
Yep.
Slaughtered everybody this week. Sean Stevens, congratulations on a huge week from Tua Tagovailoa. Runner-ups were Lamar. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was talking with him after that. Well, it was like early this week. And I was like, Tua's just standing there on the sideline looking at you right now like, man, come on. I'm out here doing everything I can, scoring as much as I can. Where's my other players?
Yeah, big week for him. I mean, that's crazy fucking points. Like I said last week, I don't like putting quarterbacks up there, but when you put up 50 points, man, it's hard not to put you up there for player of the week. Same thing for the runner-up. Lamar Jackson put up 48.62. Almost, nearly doubling that 25.20 projection. And then you got those 3 receivers, Stephon Diggs, 44.80, well over his projection of 18.20. Tyreek Hill, 43, well over his projection of 17.41. And Jalen Waddle, 41.10, well over his projection of 16.39. So those 4 right there, I definitely have to give them runner-up, all tied, because they all put over 40. I mean, it's crazy.
They played a hell of a game.
Defensive player of the week goes to Jalen Watson. He's a free agent. He had 26.40 points, and he didn't have any points projected. Like, he was 0.00 points projected and put up that 26.40. Now, with this guy being player of the week, don't be rushing out to grab the guy. He is a rookie. He is getting these points because everybody's throwing the ball towards him. And he got a lucky pick 6 against Justin Herbert this week. That's the reason why he got 26.40. Like, that's 75% of the reason why he's got that high of a score. Maybe even more percentage than that. Runner up on the defensive side was Aiden Hutchinson, who was also a free agent at the time, put up 23.50 points, beating the projection of 6.24, and Shaq Barrett, who put up 23 points, beating his projection of 7.47. Coach of the week, Pam K. Creel, who is now 2-0, and she is 1-0 in the Tangle in the Trailer for 2022, and she knocked off the 2021 champions with a huge deficit, 51.22.
You showing everybody this?
Hey, right now all I've got is to hang on to last year. So
He's just
You can
advertising my
you can
shirt.
celebrate that all the way until championship week.
that's what I'm saying.
He's showing off the advertisement.
Get your-
that's all.
All right.
Get your championship T-shirt from P&J Customs.
Yes. Yes.
Don't worry, Evan. Yours is on the way.
Yes, I'm excited.
As soon as I get a new heat press.
I'm excited. If you guys want
That should be on the
your
way too, right?
Miller and Stevens and Holling, if you guys want the year of your championship mimicking the NFL year, like John is doing his and I'm doing mine, right there, P&J Customs, they'll do that shit how you
Make it
want.
work. We can make it work, y'all.
Mine's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm very happy with the way it's turned out. Like, it looks good. All
Just
right,
wait till
next
you see
week.
the real thing.
Hold on.
Ow!
I'm just sorry.
Look, I
Gotta-
like the
gotta
creative
tuck-
side I bring
I'll
out.
tuck it under the band real quick.
See, John's just the heat press. I do the creative side.
Oh, damn.
All right, we'll get into the week 3 matchups. First game of the week, the number 1 Dragons facing the number 10, the Pigskin King. Number 2, Thad Castle's team facing the number 4 Angels. That is the game of the week,
Game of the week.
as there's two
Fine.
2-0 teams
Confident,
playing
but
against
I-
each other.
Two strong teams. I
Two
mean,
strong
really
2-0
I don't
teams
know,
playing
man.
each other.
He's
Yeah.
got me worried.
Number
you probably got him
Hey,
worried.
well, now welcome to what I had to deal with for all them years playing David, Ben, Chris. Now you got to play David, Ben, and Chris every like
Right.
It's
Hey,
all right.
you take them.
Got a good team, so it's okay.
Number 3, Legend Killers facing the number 7, Orange Crush. Number 5, Bucks Life facing the number 8, Sin Eaters. Number 6, Kush Crushers facing the number 9, Hendrix Mafia. This is the Battle of the Joshes 1.0 2022. It's not the Josh Bowl. That's the
oh, yeah. That's
the constellation bracket.
Yeah.
Different.
And the number 11 Hammerheads facing the number 12 Crimson Elephants. So that is
We're
Battle
finally
of the
somebody
that's
is gonna
Battle of
get
the
into the
Offices
win
number
column.
2, right?
That's the office battle right there.
Yeah.
That's Office Battle number 2.
Yep.
Because
Number
right now,
2?
technically, because you guys are technically Office Battle as well. So that's 1-0.
That was this past
And
week.
now John's
Yeah,
0-1.
technically.
So this
His
is
office
part
is
2.
upstairs.
So
Office-
yeah, Shauna, one of us is going to be in the win column finally.
Oh,
Me or Sean, one or the other.
Office Battle number 2. Not part 2, not part. It's number 2. Last week, forgot I wrote that. Yeah,
Remember, the Angels won the Battle of the Office last
yeah. I'm writing
Write that
0-1, 0-1 underneath John right now because that makes me remember he's
Like I need
0-1
anymore
for that Office
0
Battle. And
anything
since
right
you're playing David this week, I don't really need the 1-0. Actually, I do need to write that down underneath just so I have it in my notes.
You got to go back and look and be like, what the hell did they run it over for?
I know. I'm like, what? Now you're gonna make me put like an asterisk at the bottom and put those are for the office battle win-loss stats.
Write a book.
Write a book all the way across the bottom line. Oh my goodness!
Get a recorder and just record everything.
Oh my God, this old school.
I do need.
Well, actually, we are being recorded, guys. So I don't think we're recorded.
No, I meant during the week. All my like little.
Yes,
that's what she meant.
Okay,
like
record it and then jot it down at the end of the week.
She's right.
In case someone else could do it.
If I have something that I wanted to say, you know what I mean, I could be like, oh, there's a
Right?
Put it in my notes. Oh man. So I mean, I'm not comfortable. I mean, obviously, I'm working the waiver wire like a motherfucker, or not the waiver wire, the free agency. I'm working that free agency.
I'm just like, golly.
Not as far as my defense. I mean, I'm kind of regretting dropping Cisco and grabbing the Hufanga guy, the rookie from San Francisco. But I don't know what his name is. Look at my defense. Look at my defense. He's the San Francisco 49ers safety.
One guy
He's did pretty good in week 1 and week 2. In week 1, he had like 20-something points on the bench, on the free agency. I grabbed him. He still put up over 10 points this week. Did good for me. So I'm liking him, but I'm wishing I would have dropped Tyron instead of Cisco, because now Cisco is sitting on somebody else's team right now, and I'm kind of frustrated about that. But it's my fault. Jaguars GM worked the system a little differently than he should have. And now
I know I had made moves last week that were a little too much, like dropping all Geyer. The first week he was an inactive player. Then they turned around and this past week they gave him 10 carries. He was filling in for and all the talk is he's gaining more carries against Patterson. So I don't know. I dropped him too soon, but I didn't like the way Chicago was going with Fields, so I dropped him and picked up Carson Wentz as my backup.
I seen that now, and he's the leading he's the number 1 player in fantasy right now with 50 something. Actually, Tua is now the number 1 person, I think. Yeah. And Carson's number 2.
Well, Carson Wentz
or 3
30 points.
Yeah,
past 2 weeks.
2 games, yeah, exactly. That's why I said he's up there. He's definitely up there in the top. I seen it whenever I was looking at him, and I was like, "Do I want to drop Trevor for Carson?"
I have the rest of the week to decide whether I'm going to start him or start Brady. Because
who's playing this week? Brady's playing against Green Bay in Tampa Bay, and
he's got Cole Beasley.
Carson is going against Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Psh, that's easy. I'm going Brady all day in that one. There's no way I'm putting Carson Wentz against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Carson Wentz would throw against Darius Slay, who would just eat up
Kirk Cousins. And I believe Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going Brady all day this week. Thinking about that is like I'm thinking of what happened last week.
Yeah.
But look what Carson Wentz did against Detroit. You know what I mean? And look what Detroit did against Philadelphia's defense. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, I mean, you got to think about it like this. Carson Wentz has more weapons right now.
Yeah, he does. Gibson, Thomas, McLaurin.
Tom is not happy with anybody he has right now because, well, for one, Evans is going to be suspended. Then
for one game.
Godwin hurt. Yep. Julio Jones is potentially not playing.
Cole Beasley coming in with no practice.
With a week of practice.
Limited week of practice.
Yeah.
He's got Scotty Miller. Yeah. He's got Brashard Perryman. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. Brashard Perryman would be the flyer off that I would grab this week. Brashard Perryman could possibly be a big receiver this week. He put up double digits last week too, man. And
We're gonna be available.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tyler messaged us. It's Tyler's
Yeah.
birthday
Oh,
today.
Tyler's
oh yeah,
birthday,
yeah,
by
yeah.
the way.
I told him happy birthday on Facebook.
The former Chaos.
Former
GM.
Chaos, yeah, former Chaos.
Hit the
What was
big
it?
2-5 today.
Yep.
2-5.
25.
I feel so old.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to call us in a few minutes.
So,
Oh, that's fun.
I'm sorry that y'all have to keep going to the waiver. I ain't had to do that yet.
you just jinxed yourself.
Yeah,
I've
you don't
changed
say
one
things
You
like
don't
player.
say
that.
stuff like that.
I've changed one player, and that was my kicker.
Well,
Has
everybody
your
does that,
defense
not
been
we.
working out for? Yeah, I do my kicker. I
My
don't care
defense
about
been
kicker.
doing fairly
I
good.
draft my kicker like 27th, 28th, just in case I want to get somebody good in the last couple rounds to keep.
Yeah.
You know,
There's some people
like I
don't
did,
even
like I did
draft
with this year. Alec Pierce, yeah. Miller hasn't drafted a kicker in 2 years.
Why draft them? You can just pick one up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
Which
does.
makes sense. I mean, it's very good logic.
And it
I didn't
might
think of
work
that.
out in people's favors whenever we put up this vote for a IR spot for next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If somebody
yeah.
happens to pick up somebody on IR,
Yeah.
we're already done with the show, Miller. But if you want to hop on with us for a minute, man, you're more than welcome to. We've already did everything for the weekly and last week and everything. But if you want to hop on and say your piece, talk your little thing, the link is in the Thunderdome messenger chat.
Yep.
We're just chatting right now. That's
Just
all.
chatting about fantasy.
Thunderdome
Right?
cat.
All right. I'm gonna do a little pick 'em here.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Week 1. I'm gonna go with myself over the Pigskin King, and that's just because I don't want to be, I'm not gonna vote for myself. You know what I mean? I gotta pick every team, so I'm gonna go with myself this week. You know what? I'm gonna take Angels over Thad Castle's team.
Oh.
I like both of them's flex and everything, but I think I like a little bit more of the matchups that her players have compared to his players' matchups.
Hell, I have to
We'll
see. I have to go back and look because just off the cuff, I have a hard time.
Lamar's got to go against the New England Patriots, which I know he could still put up 40, but that's just a little bit harder matchup than what he just did this past week against who was it? The Dolphins. Actually, the Dolphins got a harder defense in my opinion. I don't know. It's just Lamar Jackson,
Dolphins
man.
have a sneaky team. Now
yeah, they do. They do.
The Ravens have a tough team on against any defense because you don't know what to get. Lamar can hurt you two ways, But I think the way they managed to hold the Ravens back and then come back on them, that was what
Dude, that shit was crazy, man. I can't believe they won that. Same thing with the Jets game. I can't believe Jets came back and won.
Yeah. Joe Flacco playing like Joe Flacco old. Do you see that?
Miller says that he will unfortunately not be able to get on the moment because he won't be off until 20 more minutes.
Okay. Well, maybe next turn, bud.
I'm not going to be on in 20 minutes. My son called in 5.
Yeah, and we've already been on 45 minutes, so I might be off in a minute. All right, so the third game, Legend Killers and Orange Crush. I'm going with Legend in this one. Jeff has a great matchups with his players, but after last week, I don't know, man. The way Legend Killers has been putting up 240 or more every week, I just gotta go with them, man. I can't. I gotta go with that. Bucks Life versus Sin Eaters. Ooh, another. These are 2 1-1 teams, ain't it?
Yeah, that's another tough fight right there.
That is a tough fight.
Sin Eaters.
Man. Let me put a little underline underneath Legend, underline under Angel, underline under me. You know what? I'm gonna go Bucks Life in this. I hate.
I think I'm gonna agree with Evan.
With Nick Chubb's already playing for him right now up here, and I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't looked at
He's
anything.
already up. All right. Just real-time scores already. We've got Bucks Life up 16.10 to 6.5.
Who the hell does he have on those two teams?
Yeah.
Who does Ben have on those two teams?
Ben has Boswell, the kicker, and a linebacker, and a defensive tackle, and a safety.
So he's got 4 people, and he's down that to 1 person?
Let's see.
So just Nick Chubb, I believe.
Bucks got Amari Cooper as well.
He's got Cooper.
Oh, okay. That's closer. Okay,
So
never
it's
mind.
a
Never mind.
2
Then
to 4.
it's still close. Then yeah.
And it's early. It's still
Yeah,
early.
it's still early. Yeah. All right. Kush Crushers and Hendrix Mafia battle of the Joshes. I'm gonna go with Crushers in this one. He had a big win against Orange Crush. So I think. Wait.
I don't know, man. That's hard because
That's another hard one because Mafia's got Josh Allen. Yeah.
Hendrix Mafia's been putting up high scores as well.
I know Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna take Hendrix. I'm probably gonna go like 3-3 this week. And Hammerheads and Crimson. As of right now, I'm going Hammerheads. If Sean's able to get up there and swap out his defense and grab a couple flex, I might switch that. But as of right now, I'm going Hammerheads.
Yeah. I had shot him a little message earlier about our previous conversation.
You have a great night too, brother.
Yeah, have a good one, Miller. But yeah, I already shot him a little message over there. I don't know if you did.
Not yet, but I will.
Right.
I will.
What were y'all doing again?
Nothing.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Don't act like I can run and pick something up that easy. I ain't got nobody to drop.
Hey, you're giving away the mystique. Turn your chair. The war room.
There. Oh, wait,
The war room.
That way. Shoot, this way.
She keeps putting. Look, that's a lamp. That's a curtain.
The lamp is over here.
Look, there's a lamp.
Squirrel.
Where did that lamp come from?
So, all right. So,
I picked Hendrix. I did, Miller. I picked Hendrix because he's put up 240 in the past 2 weeks, man. I'm sorry. Last week he put up.
Hey, I didn't say nothing. Don't yell at me.
Okay, my bad. Last week he put up 224.98. This week he put up
averaging about 230.
Yeah. And this week he put up 243.68. Let's see what you put up. Y'all backdoor talking now too. Oh Lord, ain't nobody backdoor talking.
Backdoor talking.
I don't
What?
know. I don't know.
No. There's no backdoor dealings that are benefiting us.
Ain't nothing benefiting me. Listen, I'm
potentially putting myself at 0-3. What are you talking about? That's not
no. We were talking about Sean.
Yeah, trying to help him out because
we're trying to help Sean. Yeah,
there's no depth in the running back position on our league. There is like all 4th string running backs right now, or kick returners, something like that.
Yeah, kick returners and running backs. Yeah. Big weeks, guys. Big weeks, guys. Y'all got this is Battle of the Joshes 1.0 2020 2022.
Yeah, I'm about to see Angels fall asleep.
The Angels GM is about to pass out.
Look, we get up at 5 a.m. every day. I
got to get up tomorrow at 5 a.m. as well, so I know your pain. I got to go back to work at friggin' 6 in the morning tomorrow, and I'll be there.
Hey, we'll pick up the rest of this show at about 2 in the morning whenever I get up one of the times. And then 3, And then 4.
Oh, and there's
Oop.
my son.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Well, this has been week 2 results, week 3 matchups.
Hold on.
Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report.
Say hey to Evan.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
There he is.
There's the birthday boy.
Former Chaos member.
Happy birthday.
Y'all have a good night now.
All right, guys. Have a
All
good one, Pam. Well, we'll see you guys next week for Thunderdome Fantasy
Next
Weekly
week.
Report. Week 3 results, week 4 matchups. And hopefully we'll get some more owners coming on. I don't know what my schedule is. I need to look at my schedule. I didn't do that this week. I don't ever look at my schedule. I always just day by day it. Like,
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning like, okay, I gotta be there. Yep, okay.
I'm here I go.
Because I gotta wake up early in the morning every damn day. It sucks.
Yep.
My nocturnalness is like yelling at me.
I tell you.
What's your problem?
We got
Switch to
stuff to
night
do.
shift. You should have signed up for Halloween Horror Nights. Well, I can't help it. I have to stay open until friggin' 10 o'clock at night, and then the park stays open till 1. So that's just like, oh my goodness, man. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll catch y'all next week. Peace. I'm going to end the show because now we're getting into personal talk. So,
Yep.
peace.
Personal Thunderdome.
Have a good one.